What's up, team? I'm going to go over a few things that I like to cover in um, request that you implement these things before every class and make it just a normal thing on a daily basis. Now, we went over last week on the three-step system, the three-touch system, meaning no one gets 3 steps in the door without a hello. Um, they don't get a chance to set their stuff down and look at their cell phone. They don't get a chance to come in and immediately turn and have a seat somewhere. They're always being engaged, and we're always holding people accountable to being friendly and to being open and energetic. During the class, you pick something. Say pick a coaching cue that will help them use the compliment sandwich. Reinforce that through the class and then after the class, and also following up with their next visit. And that's just a summary of the three touch system. If you don't remember that video, or if you want more detail about that, just go back into the sauna, check it out. You could also find that video on my YouTube page. What I'm going to talk about next is getting ready for a class. Okay, so in preparation for a class, there needs to be a little more time than like rushing to the gym, jumping out of your car, coming up to the board, looking at the workout, and just kind of piecing it together. Now, part of the reason behind Mike's videos is that you'll watch these workouts and be prepared for what's to come throughout the week. Take consideration, take notes whenever you're watching that on a Sunday or at the beginning of the week before you coach, just to make kind of mental notes on how to prepare, like what you need to prepare for that session. Now, there are a few things that go into a few key things that I want you to remember before even walking into the gym. Give yourself and give your clients enough time to get in, kind of unwind a little bit, set your stuff down, and walk around and check the floor. Make sure that the floor is clear. Make sure that any equipment that may be in your way is cleaned up. The coach before you should have taken care of this already. However, sometimes it gets forgotten, or sometimes people kind of leave messes behind. I'm guilty of that, and I understand that. But we're going to do our best to make sure that the floor is prepared and the facility is prepared for you to assume this group of individuals and coach them and give them an awesome experience. So give yourself at least 10 minutes to come in, walk around, cool off a little bit, leave anything on your mind that may be worrying you, that may be, kind of family stuff or whatever that may be, things that can wait until the hour is over, and kind of clean that off your plate and get focused on the workout. You want to make sure that you've got the requisite equipment needed to complete it. And that you're already starting to look over the announcements that you're going to make, and you're also already starting to go over the workout that you're going to do, instead of just kind of guessing as you go through. So what I recommend that works for me, and hopefully it work for you, I'll look at the workout and class it up into, what are we doing? Are we doing upper body? Are we doing kind of lower body, primarily upper, primarily lower, or just a mix of all the two? And then I kind of start to design my warm-up, and we'll go into warm-up design in a later video. I want to make a note of that. Warm-up design on a later video. Be on the lookout for that. I design my warm-up, and I'm gonna make sure that I have all the announcements. Now, we're writing announcements down on the board right when you right underneath Wi-Fi. So you come in, look at the announcements before as people start filing in and filling into the class. Make sure you start conversations and know everyone's name. All right, it's good to know everyone's name, just so it comes to the start of class that there's no one in the class that you don't know. And then right before right as you start to announce the workout, before that, it's let's announce our names or let's introduce ourselves. That can kind of be a little bit of an icebreaker for someone who may feel uncomfortable because they don't know anyone, or may feel uncomfortable because there are all these like all-star athletes around them, and they're just kind of walking in. And they're the out of shape person. So announce things, or announce their names, make them feel comfortable, and just remember that the most important thing to a person is their name. Then you're going to go over the workout. You're going to go over the workout and make sure that you kind of explain as a brief overview of what's going to happen, what the day is going to look like. Kind of go over what we're going to do in the workout today. So say, for example, today we're going to do rowing, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that for the warm-up, just to get our bodies prepared to move in these positions, or get our bodies prepared to perform the workout at hand. So we've gone over the introduction, we've gone over the announcements. Before I let everyone start to put their stuff down or warm up or anything like that, I'm going to make sure that everyone knows each other's names. I'm going to make sure that I know everyone's names, and then I'm going to go over some announcements. So we've got this party coming up, we've got this challenge coming up, we've got so and so and so and so it's coming up. And just get everyone in the loop, because not everyone has Facebook, not everyone checks their email. We're going to make sure that we get as much knowledge out as possible. Okay, so after that, then the class has started. Everything's going well. Some things that you could do to continue to build rapport or build a relationship is ask specific questions. So make it a point to learn something new about someone every day. So say I'm gonna ask Jim or John. We're gonna ask John, that has shoulders like boulders. We're gonna ask John about his kids. We're gonna ask John about where he's from. We're gonna ask John about what he likes to do outside of the gym. We're gonna ask John about whatever, right? So make sure that you build a relationship, and you're going to find that sometimes you'll actually spark interest and spark conversation, things that you would have never known. Learn something new about someone, and just continue to build that relationship, because we are unlike any other gym where you kind of walk in and just do your own thing. We are a community, and that's where the community starts, is building that relationship. Also, things that you could do and to get people kind of comfortable with each other is do partner warm-ups. You can do partner homework during the warm-up. So we're going to go on this 400-meter run, guys, and you're going to partner up. We're going to pick someone that you don't know. At the end of the run, you're going to tell me this person's favorite movie. Or you're going to tell me this person's first and last name. You're going to tell me what this person's favorite food is, or anything like that. So get people talking to each other too, and that's key. And that kind of like breaks the ice and breaks tension also. So the workout is done, and now we're going to talk about the end. The end, you want to make sure that you've got a couple things covered before you let everyone go. Make sure that if you're going to perform a cool down, that you perform the cool down and like lead kind of like a 2 to 5 minute cool down, or give them things to work on. Right, that's something that we don't always cover. Enforce that. Make sure the equipment is cleaned up for the next class. Get the members to help you out with that. You could say things like, "Hey guys, if you don't mind, please help me out with making sure that your bars are put away, that your medicine balls are put away, and that your boxes are all stacked nicely. Hey guys, if you don't mind helping us out, it saves us a lot of time if you help." Stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like, "Hey, you clean your box up," or it's a burpee penalty. And it's all about who you talk to. So structure your comments to the person. Make sure that you follow that three-step rule. Say, "Hey guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Great class," and kind of foreshadow that for them. And then follow up with any announcements. Hey, by the way, just so in case you forgot, because that hard workout, we've got a party coming up. We're closed on this date. We've got this challenge coming up. Have a good night. And those are some of the kind of starting and stopping points of of running an efficient and an awesome class. So please take a couple of these things, write them down, take notes, go back through the video and take notes on the introduction and take notes on the cool down, and just apply a couple of these concepts to your class and see how the dynamic of the class changes. You're going to be super surprised on people now wanting to come to your class and now wanting to train with you because they had an awesome experience in that class. So keep up the great work, guys. I think that you guys are all doing fantastic, and I would like to see us all have a success in building building classes and building relationship classes and being like the go-to coach. So have a good day. Let me know what you think about this video, and we'll talk about it on a later date.